Hey everybody! It's Monday! I hope you had a great relaxing weekend and did some fun things. It's time for some more Learning with Little Tweet and Mrs. Hill. So, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. We're so happy you're here. Parents, just to remind you, at the beginning of the video, I will go over what materials you need, so please stick around and pull those materials for your child, and then hopefully you'll get to take off, do what you need to do. And kids, you guys, if your parents aren't standing next to you or sitting next to you, you need to try to stay focused and do your work on your own, okay? Don't bug your parents if they're trying to work. I'm walking you through our lessons, so hopefully you can do them on your own. Now, if you need a little bit of help, of course you can ask for help, okay? But really try to stay focused and do your work on your own. You want to know a secret? You guys are almost first graders. You're almost first graders. So you should be able to do some of this totally on your own because I'm helping to walk you through it, okay? All right, guys, so we're going to start with reading and word work. And did I even tell you what the date is? I didn't even tell you what the date is. I'm sorry. It is Monday, May 4th. Ooh, if you're a Star Wars fan, may the 4th be with you. Some of you won't get that, but some of you will. We're working on day 24 lessons. So here's what we need for reading and word work. Okay. We need our trees in our community poem, and then these pictures too. I cannot tell what's happening in these little black and white pictures though, so I'm going to show them to you on the computer. But you need this paper. Our day 24 reflection is right here. So you did the top two parts, and now we're working right here where it says day 24. If this is not enough space for you, just get a blank piece of paper. I might do that. Okay, so this paper. For word work, we are going to be reading this decodable, Josh Takes a Bath, and it's actually also on this paper next to your Cycle 20 word list. So if you have your decodable, then you can put that in front of you. If not, the words are just right here, so you can read it right there. And then we're going to be doing a little bit of work with these sight words, these 3 sight words. I think that's it. So that's all we need. Why don't y'all go ahead and pause the video and get your materials. Okay, friends, let's go ahead and get started. I forgot to tell you all that you need a pencil, but hopefully you know that by now you always need a pencil. And crayons might be useful as well, but let's get started. This part you don't need a pencil or crayons for. So let's take a look at our learning target. It says, I can identify the similarities and differences between the locations of trees in the poem and in the pictures. So here's our poem, Trees in Our Community, and it's really a poem that was turned into a song. Now, you guys, do not let me sing this song all by myself. We've sung this enough that you should know some of the words, okay? So don't let Mrs. Hill do it all alone. So it's to the tune of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. You ready? You gonna sing with me? Oak tree in the park, see the ants crawl up the bark. Willows grow beside the stream, they keep water clear and clean. Maple, maple near the street, leaves change colors, it's so neat. Quaking aspen outside a home, keeps it safe from wind and storm. Paper birch trees on the path, use a stick to draw and scratch. Trees in our community, give the world joy and beauty. Find a tree and then you'll see how lovely and helpful trees can be. Yay! Good job, everybody. Okay, now in that poem, we need to think about where these different trees are within the community. So I want you to see if you can think about one of the places that it said these trees were. Put your finger on your nose if you can remember one of the locations of some of these trees. Don't put it in your nose. Put your finger on your nose. All right, you ready to whisper a little tweet? 1, 2, 3, whisper to me. Little tweet says, good thinking. All right, let's take a look. So the oak tree, it says, is in the park. Whoops. The oak tree is in the park. The willows, which are also called weeping willows, it says those are beside the stream, which is just another word for like, kind of like a creek. The maple tree is near the street. The quaking aspen is outside of someone's home. The paper birch is on the path. So we have park, stream, street, near a home, and on the path. Those are the different places that this poem mentions that the trees can be. Now we're going to look at some pictures of places where we can find trees. I'm going to pull them up on the computer though, so we can see them a little bit better. And we're going to think about if some of those locations are the same as what we saw in the poem, and if some of those locations are different.
Now, let's look at the pictures in the document, Places Where We Can Find Trees. Let's look at the first picture.
Okay, so where are we seeing trees here? It looks like it's around someone's house. Is that similar or different to what we read in the poem?
Let's look at the next two pictures. What do you notice in these pictures?
Okay, so here we have the playground or the park, and here is where we have trees inside a building. I don't know what kind of building that is, but maybe it's a shopping mall. I don't know. Or a hotel or a museum or something, but it's inside a building. Now one of those I definitely know we read about in the poem, and one of them to me definitely seems like it's something new and different. What do you guys think? All right, next picture.
Let's look at the last picture.
Okay, so let's think about this one. These trees are on a hill. Did it talk about trees being on a hill in our song? I think that's it. So let's take a look at our assignment now. So if we take a look at what we're supposed to do, it says I'm getting a little blurry here. Use evidence from the text. What is one location that is similar in the poem and in the pictures? Draw a picture of a location that is similar in the poem and in the pictures. So I have to think about a location that was mentioned in the song and that we also saw in the pictures. Well, having a tree inside a building, I know that was not mentioned in the song. It also didn't mention trees being on top of a hill, but the song did mention trees around a home and trees in the park. So I'm just going to decide which one of those I want to write about and illustrate. So I think, let's see, it says, what is one location that is similar in the poem and in the pictures? I think I'm going to write about trees being in the park. So I'm going to write the trees. Now, if I don't know how to spell the word trees, I bet I can find it somewhere in my song or on my paper. Here's the book spelling for the word trees. The trees are in the park. And book spelling for park is also in my song right here. If you're writing about trees around a home, you can find the book spelling right here in the song. Okay, Now, if you don't know book spelling for some of your words, is it okay to do your sound spelling and just write down the sounds you hear? Oh yes, absolutely. Little Tweet says definitely you can do your sound spelling. Now, remember, good writers leave nice spaces between their words and also reread their writing to make sure it makes sense. The trees are in the park. So in my song and in the pictures, it showed that trees can be in the park. Now, again, if you don't want to write about that one and you want to write about trees being around a home, you can do that. Now down here it says, draw a picture of a location that is similar in the poem and in the pictures. Well, since I wrote about the park, that's what I'm going to draw, because I often want my drawing to match my writing. I'm not going to take the time to draw that in front of you, but I would draw a picture of a park and then trees around the park. So you guys are going to go ahead and work on that on your own now. You may pause the video and write about a place where there were trees in the song and in the pictures, and then illustrate it. So go ahead and pause and get started. All right, friends, it's time for word work. Something I want to remind you all about is that our lessons do have optional videos that you can watch on your own if you would like to, that work on a lot of different skills. These are too long for me to include in my videos, but if you would like to watch them and you have an adult who's able to pull them up for you, those are really good to practice some extra skills. Now, our word work for today says that we're going to read the decodable text, Josh takes a bath, dun 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 dun. Highlight or make a list of the high frequency words there, they, and were. Now here's the thing, guys, those words aren't in this book, so I think we're just supposed to work on those words separately. But when we read this book, we're going to focus on reading smoothly with expression and at just the right speed. So let's go ahead. I'm going to read this book first, and then you guys can go ahead and try to read it on your own. It's called Josh Takes a Bath. Uh-oh, I hope I can do this with one hand. Little Tweet, you might need to help me out. Okay. All right, here we go. Remember our character Josh, that little mouse? Josh is in the mud. The tub is big. He cannot get in. Uh-oh, he has a problem, huh? The cup is not a bathtub. He cannot fit. Josh will get in the lid. Interesting. He will have to sit in the sun. Josh is not wet. He can nap in the sun. And it looks like he's either dreaming about something or thinking about something. And that's it. All right, guys, so we're going to pause the video, and I want you to practice reading this book. Now, if you don't have the decodable, remember the words are here on this paper for you, so you can practice reading it there as well. So we're going to pause the video and practice reading, and then I think after that we'll practice these sight words. All right, go ahead and pause and read Josh Takes a Bath. All right, good reading, everybody. So it's time for us to quickly practice these high frequency words. Now, this paper says our words are there, they, and where, but on here it says to practice there, they, and were. So I'm really not sure which one it is. So guess what? I put both, and you guys can choose which word you would really like to practice and glue in your brain, okay? So we have the word there. T-H-E-R-E spells there, like there is my cat, right? We have the word they. T-H-E-Y spells they, like they are at the park. Were, W-E-R-E spells were. They were so tired. And then where, W-H-E-R-E spells where. Where is Little Tweet? There's Little Tweet. Okay, guys, my video is about to run out of time, but you can practice these words on your own. You can either write them in the back of your decodable, you can practice them with chalk, shaving cream, on your whiteboards, jump them out, sing them out, however you want. Go ahead and practice these words.